Hi everyone, it's Steve, and I'd like to welcome you to this special hypnosis recording. Today, here to help motivate you with your health and fitness regime. So for those times when you may be lacking some drive, and for those times when you might find yourself falling out of your regular routine. And it's safe to say that during these times, many people find themselves losing confidence and self-respect, doubting their abilities, feeling like they have no willpower, losing some body confidence, feeling unhealthy and self-indulgent. And of course, most of all, missing out on the regular release of endorphins, the hormones that make you feel so good, alongside other happiness-inducing chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. And further to that, it's claimed that working out also sparks production of specific proteins that help your brain to heal from times of stress and depression. A lack of exercise can also have an effect on your memory, and it may leave you feeling a little bit less sharp and alert, and can also reduce concentration levels. So, no wonder you're here, looking for a route to get back into your rhythm, your natural flow that has proven to have such a positive impact on your day-to-day life. But I'm not here to educate or lecture. I'm here with you to support you and ensure that we build this motivation back. And to do that, I'm going to ask you to trust my instructions and subsequent suggestions to ensure the best results possible from this hypnosis recording. And this recording can be used in two different ways. Either as a standalone, where you have the time during the day to work on your motivation within this area, or it can be equally effective to use to relax you into a deep sleep, as the ending will leave this completely open for you. But before anything else, I'd like to ask you to get into a comfortable position. Relax yourself as much as you possibly can, preferably sitting in a comfy chair or lying down on your bed. And when you're ready, I'd like you to take in a long, deep breath in through the nose, holding it for 3 seconds, and exhale. And one more time, breathe slowly in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, and exhale. And just maintain focus on your breath with the same process, but with each breath slowly falling back into your natural breathing rhythm and pace. And with this, and if you haven't done already, slowly close down your eyes. Put your trust into my voice and embrace some time for you. And I want you to know that it's completely normal for your mind to wander as I'm talking. It's normal for you to be thinking of other things. And as a matter of fact, that actually helps me speak to the subconscious part of your mind even more efficiently. And right now, I'd like you to place your awareness on your feet and relax your toes, and then relax your ankles. And allow your feet to be completely and utterly relaxed. And allow that relaxation to now flow up your legs and into your calves. And slowly, when you're ready, allow that relaxation to flow up to your knees. And now allow that relaxation to flow up into your thighs, up towards your hips. Relaxing now into your stomach. And from there, up into your chest and your back. Relaxing now up into your shoulders. And from your shoulders, down both of your arms, into your forearms, into your hands, and into your fingers. And now allow that relaxation to flow back up your arms, into your shoulders again, and now into the neck muscles. The left side and the right side of the neck completely relaxing. And up to the facial muscles around your mouth and your jaw, now relaxing. Just let them drop. And now place your awareness onto your eyelids and relax all the muscles in and around the eyelids to the point that they just won't work. So you may be able to lift your eyebrows, but your eyelids will feel very heavy and relaxed. And once you've relaxed them to the point that they just won't work, hold on to that sensation. And now allow that relaxation that you have in your eyelids to flow all the way up to the top of your head. And then, when you're ready, from the top of your head all the way back down to the tips of your toes. And now we've relaxed the entire body, I'd like to ask you to do one more quick survey over it again, as we try to establish the location of a potential energy leak. And so to do this, I'd like you to imagine that you are in a place of nature, maybe deep in the middle of a dark green pine forest. And as you look around, you notice an array of beautiful autumnal colours. The leaves red, yellow, green, and gold. And the bright dark yellow sun rays creeping through between the branches, highlighting the various woodland flower patches both above you between the trees and below you as they bring life to the various fallen tree trunks covered in soft green moss. The ground below your feet feels so earthy, and as you walk, you hear the snapping of small twigs and the feel of soft soil and underlying rocks and stones. And although you're exploring this forest alone, the peaceful scenes of nature around you act as the most perfect company for you right now. You actually feel very much at home, and there's nowhere else that you'd rather be right now during this period of deep relaxation. There's an element of stillness and beauty in this place. And I want you to take in all the available and accessible feelings of harmony and tranquility with each deep breath in. And each time you breathe out, you're drained of all unwanted negative emotions, such as stress, anxiety, and tension, all leaving your body as you breathe out. And suddenly, you notice a large light beam come down directly in front of you from the sky above. The beam is in a cylindrical shape and is releasing rays of natural energy. And it's a light blue colour, giving off a sense of even deeper relaxation and relief, contrasting the dusty autumnal colours of the forest, and instead bringing back memories of lying down and gazing at the light blue summer sky, or lying on a beach and watching and listening to the deep blue waters in front of you. And you suddenly get an urge to step inside this inviting beam, as you sense that it will heal you from any negative energy that might be trapped within your whole being. And as you step into this cylindrical light, deeply tranquil sensation you'd previously felt from being in this beautiful forest is somehow accelerated tenfold, 10 times more comfortable and 10 times deeper into relaxation and contentment as it leaves you feeling safe, secure and untouchable, with its equally fresh but warm rays covering every part of your skin. And you suddenly develop a sense of trust and confidence in this setting. And your mind reverts back to wondering where exactly you might be experiencing an energy leak from your body, which in turn is preventing you from retaining this motivation to create or build back this exercise, fitness, and well-being routine you so desperately wish for. So as you stand here, let the beam perform a scan over your whole body. Imagine a dark orange line circle around the beam at the height of the top of your head. And slowly, it begins to descend down as you feel it scanning every part of your frame. And as it does this, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1 as it goes all the way from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And as I count down, this is where I need you to take notice to see if there's any element of your body that stands out right now. Let's begin. 10, 9, 8, all around your chest and the top of your arms. 7, 6, 5, going round your waist now. 4, 3, 2, down to your feet, and 1. Just take a moment to reflect and breathe. Is there any particular part of your body that stands out to you right now that might be leading you to think that it's losing some energy from your body? It could be something really obvious to you, like a physical injury that's been holding you back. Maybe a part of your back, or a strain in your leg, or a problem in your foot. Maybe your subconscious is taking you somewhere completely random. A part of your body that might feel uncomfortable at this particular moment, but for no particular reason. Or it might feel different in temperature, either warmer or cooler. Or maybe it has a different sensation, like a tingling or numb feeling. And if so, just hold that thought and that sensation just for a moment. And equally, if there's nowhere that stands out, that's also absolutely fine. And in which case, I'd like you to put your emphasis onto your core, so we can work with the central point of your body to ensure that this energy starts to distribute and flow again. But either way, I'd now like you to visualize the orange ray of pure compatible energy directly focus on this specific part of your body, or alternatively around your core. And you can visualize and feel the light healing this particular area, starting with the smallest, most central part in the shape of a circle, and slowly growing and intensifying, leaving you feel relieved, satisfied, and healed. And the light then begins to grow out, slowly but surely, circling and growing to the rest of your body. And as it does so, you begin to feel so energized, so motivated, so content, and ready to start all over again. Now that we've healed the leak and replenished this long-wanted flow of vigor and stride in your life. Feel this energy field around your body getting very strong. In fact, you now have energy to spare. You feel refreshed, re-energized, and yet relaxed. And consequently, the following suggestions that I put into your subconscious mind will begin to exercise a greater and greater influence over the way you think and the way you feel, and lead you back into the exercise regime and mentality that you've been longing for. And these suggestions will remain embedded in the subconscious part of your mind long after listening to this recording. They will continue to exercise that same great influence over your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your physical drive, and your actions, just as strongly, just as surely, just as powerfully, wherever you are in your day-to-day life. And to ensure that this will happen, I want to once again take you even deeper into a state of relaxation so that your subconscious mind takes in every last detail and suggestion that I give to you. And when you awake from this hypnotic state, you will feel a burst of natural energy that you haven't felt for a long time, leaving you with a desire to take a surefire plan to kickstart whichever form of exercise you've been longing to get into or get back to. So to do this, right now, I'd like you to imagine that you're back doing your first and main choice of exercise. And as you begin to do so, you realize that all of those negative thoughts about returning to it all of the feelings of dread you may have been experiencing about returning to it, and all of the emotional energy you had thinking about returning to it have all gone. The energy leak that we have healed in your body is no longer there, and you have all the possible energy and enjoyment you could have ever possibly imagined, returning to your whole being, and it feels so good. And as you continue doing this, you start to feel a release of endorphins spread rapidly throughout your entire body. And all of the feelings of lethargy are gone. And you are instantly reminded as to why you are here doing this particular form of exercise. You are motivated even more by the idea of how you will feel at the end of this workout. The natural energy leaves you feeling so highly motivated and excited to complete everyday tasks in your everyday life. You feel more driven to work. You feel more inspired to make the most of every day. You want to reach out to people and make plans. You want to eat more healthy, but equally enjoy your rewards for making this big step back into your routine. And these things will continue to happen to you every day, and you will continue to experience these same feelings every day, just as strongly, just as surely, just as powerfully, in all situations within your life. And you're going to feel so much stronger and fitter in every way. You'll feel more wide awake, alert and driven, and all round more energetic. You will no longer feel so tired across the day, and instead you will walk with a confident stride, much less easily fatigued, much less easily discouraged, and no longer feeling lethargic, flat, and lazy. And every day you will become so deeply interested in everything going on around you. You will think much more clearly and give attention to the people and things in your life that need it. You will be able to prioritize daily tasks and do them in a much more efficient and calm way. And just for a moment, I'd like you to put the focus on the exercise or workout that you're still doing in your mind. And I'd like you to get into a natural, even pace that allows you to count down with me, stride by stride, pedal by pedal, hit by hit, or rep by rep, as I ask you to continue and count down each number starting from 100, while your subconscious mind takes on all of the following affirmations, leaving you feeling more and more motivated to build this fitness regime and all of the positive energy that comes with it back into your life. So with the rhythm of this current movement, let's start At 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. I am passionate about exercise. 94, 93. Exercise is the base to all 92 happiness and contentment within my life. 91, 90. I no longer make excuses. 88, 87. I am focused on my workout. 86, 85. I am disciplined to do my exercise. 84, 83, 82. I am strong. 81, 80. I can do any exercise I set my mind to. I am proud of my progress. I love leading an active life. I lose weight. I build muscle. I increase my stamina. My head feels so much clearer. I feel a release of endorphins. My body is transforming. My brain is being rewarded. My emotions are calm. My body will repay me for my hard work. I am proud of not giving up. People around me notice that I have a better attitude. I may have phases when I don't go, but I will always return. It's okay to take days of rest. I am committed to every workout. I have never felt physically healthier. I have never felt mentally healthier. I have never been healthier. I sleep so much better. I awake with so much more energy every day. Working out invigorates me. My body is capable of more than I could ever imagine. When I exercise, I feel so good. I never regret a workout. My mind is at peace. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to show up. Everything I put out, I gain back tenfold. I am thankful to have a functioning body that allows me to exercise so well. I go for long walks and always choose steps. My body deserves to be taken care of. Every day I get closer to reaching my goals. I take full responsibility for my weight and physique. I make time to take care of myself so I can stay healthy and strong. I feel good and grounded. I always find the time to exercise. I appreciate and love my body. Daily exercise makes me feel amazing. My memory is rapidly improving. I can see things in their true perspective. And as your subconscious mind takes on all of these suggestions and affirmations, your thoughts go back to doing the exercise of your choice. And you can't help but smile to be back in this frame of mind, to have this motivation built back into your being, to feel the endorphins, to feel energized during the day and naturally tired at night. You know that there is now no going back to those moments and days and weeks of lethargy and self-destructive emotions. You haven't even had to manually put in any effort to figuring out how this will fit back into your daily routine. Your subconscious mind has already worked this out for you. And you now can't wait to emerge and put this new regime into practice. And as you become and remain more relaxed every day, you will gain much more confidence in yourself, more confidence in your abilities. Not only doing the tasks you have to do, but more confidence in every single way. Taking on new forms of responsibility without fear of failure, without fear of consequences, without anxiety, pressure, or stress. And because of this, every day you will feel more and more independent, more able to defend yourself and to stand up on your own feet, to hold your own, no matter how difficult things may be or whatever challenges you face, because you are an all-round stronger person, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And now, if you're ready to emerge from hypnosis, ready to take on these suggestions and positive thoughts and get straight into your new routine, your new way of thinking, and your exercise regime, I will count from 1 up to 5, and you will awake feeling healthy, peaceful, and free, feeling confident and excited about the days, weeks, and months ahead of you. But similarly, if you're set up and ready to fall into a deep sleep and slumber, your subconscious mind will ignore the counting and allow you to rest and emerge at your own time with exactly the same feelings. 1. Feeling confident and motivated. 2. Energy spreading through your whole body. Feel it in your stomach, now spreading through your whole body, growing and growing, more and more confident. 3. Energy now spreading throughout your whole body. 4. Confident, healthy, determined, energetic, wanting to live life to the fullest. And 5. Ready to take on your new way of life. And breathe.